One of our favorite sponsors is back with us, Sunset Lake CBD.
Yeah.
If you're looking for CBD that actually does what CBD is supposed to do, look no further than our friends over at Sunset Lake.
Let me break it down.
Break it down, Mel.
They're sustainably farmed, meaning they avoid pesticides and use sustainable farming practices to preserve the land for future generations. 1. 2, farm to table. They ship the CBD products straight from their door in Vermont directly to your door wherever you're at.
Now that's cool.
And third party tested. They test everything with a third party to ensure quality, dosage, and safety.
You got to go over and check out sunsetlakecbd.com. They have so many products. Break it down for them, Apple.
Well, they've got some new stuff going on. Like they always had pre-rolls, but now they got really cool packaging for it. And you can get CBD pre-roll flights of all their flavors. You can get the heavy hitter flight that also throws in some of their Keef blunts. They have a new CBD recovery body lotion.
I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other?
The other one with Arcata.
The extra strength muscle rub, 3,000 milligram with 5% lidocaine.
So look,
Oh, yeah,
if you're
lidocaine.
sore, this is the stuff you want to rub on your body to make those aches and pains go away. They even have CBD infused coffee, so you can have coffee without the little jitter that you get from caffeine, and you have it in the morning and you start your day off right. Your body feels lubricated. You're going to sleep good.
Yeah, and also they have, if you kind of forget to reorder, they've got subscriptions.
And they're giving the No Simple Road family 20% off.
20% off.
Put
with
in the promo code NSR20 when you're checking out at sunsetlakecbd.com. You're going to get 20% off your entire order.
NSR20.
And don't forget those cute little gummy bears.
That's right. sunsetlakecbd.com. One of our favorite sponsors is back. Have you ever listened to Diggin Dirt?
Out of an Eeyore.
That you got from Electric Fish Lights?
Shit.
We have.
Yeah, we have. Well,
Yeah,
have
well,
we? I don't know
we
if we have.
could.
We will.
We could, yeah.
Yeah.
The possibility is
The
there.
possibility.
Yes.
Exactly. It is.
So
maybe we should say I might.
and you will go to
Electric Fish Lights.
.com or at Electric Fish Lights on Instagram, and what you're going to see is a thing called IQ technology.
If they could see that right above your head, we have a beautiful electric
We do,
fish light.
but you can't because this is a podcast. And
I know.
we're not there yet.
But just know, John B.
Yeah. IQ is a system made of 30 interlocking pieces that can be configured into 15 different shapes. And when you add more pieces, the shapes are endless. And what Electric Fish Lights does is they build lights custom for you. So they could build a light with an Eeyore, or they could build a fish
ballerina.
light. I've never seen a ballerina
Me either,
light.
but why wouldn't they do that?
Jellyfish,
Little
a
tutu
sloth,
or something?
a minion, and
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
They're
and
so
just
creative there.
And your sports teams.
All your favorite sports teams.
They also house local artists in their location.
Yeah, and you can go to their website at electricfishlights.com and check that out. All these lights are made from upcycled vinyl like milk jug plastic, come with a 12-foot cord, a 12-year energy-efficient, safe-to-leave-on
12.
LED bulb, and a hardware kit to hang the light. They are good for your festival easy up, your man cave, your dungeon, your...
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
Your
another
spa.
thing too that we don't ever kind of highlight those ones, but if you go to their site and look at it, they're very like the ones that aren't shapes or sports teams. Just a plain white one like we have is very like postmodern looking. It's like at that like 60s, but it'd fit in like a museum. They're just very
Yeah, they are a unique lighting fixture for your home, and this isn't bullshit. These are really beautifully and intentionally done, and they're hooking up the No Simple Road family with 10% off. So if you put in the promo code NSR when you check out, you're going to get 10% off. And check this out. There's more than one kind of bulb you can put in these things. You can just put a regular light bulb that changes colors. You can put just a regular light bulb, or you could put a light bulb that changes colors and has Bluetooth and is a speaker. So this is like a whole experience that's about to happen. And any NSR family member that gets the color changing upgrade gets a limited edition No Simple Road poster along with
that comes to
order.
life in the light.
It really does. And I don't think you guys, well, for the video side of things, All the posters in our room, when you turn on the color changing thing on this light, all these posters go insane. So if you want your posters or your room to go insane, you should go to electricfishlights.com or at electricfishlights on Instagram and get enlightened.
Hey everyone, Chris Pandolfi from the infamous String Dusters here to let you know that my podcast, Inside the Musician's Brain, is back on the airwaves for Season 4, which means it's time once again to get deep with influential musicians from all across the musical landscape to really understand and translate the lessons of success, failure, inspiration, and hard work that are behind the music and the artists that we love. My guests this season include Rachel Price from Lake Street Dives, Sam Bush, Chris Wood, Chris Funk from The Decemberists, Lindsay Liu, MC Taylor from His Golden Messenger, and more. Check us out, and thanks for listening.
We're so excited to tell you a bit about today's sponsor, Music Masters Collective. They are a nonprofit organization that produces unique music events, providing opportunities for fans and artists to meet and collaborate in an inspired and creative atmosphere.
Music Masters Collective events give you the opportunity to learn from world-class musicians like Otil Burbridge, Steve Earle, Richard Thompson, former members of the band, the Milk Carton Kids, Nikki Glaspie, the Fab Four, and Sean Colvin, and so many more.
At an event like the Milk Carton Kids Sad Song Summer Camp happening this July, you can expect immersive classes, evenings of entertainment, excellent food, and a space for a lucky group of folks to learn, co-write, workshop, and perform with like-minded peers, all with the guidance of Kenneth Pattengale, Joey Ryan, and some of their favorite songwriters. This all-inclusive week in the Catskill Mountains of upstate New York is guaranteed to be magical. Scholarships are available and spots are extremely limited, so visit www.sadsongsummercamp.com/simple to learn more. That's www.sadsongsummercamp.com/simple. Check it out. Mel, why are you slouching?
Don't be a slouch.
You know, I'm slouching. Maybe my body's a bit tired. But I also was like, I don't want to sit like a little hunchback.
Hey, now, no Simple Road family, welcome back.
I need to.
That's a good segue too, because you know who's not a slouch?
Who?
Our guests this week.
Oh my God, our
Diggin'
guests
Dirt.
Diggin' Dirt.
You guys.
But I will slouch when I dance to that music. Definitely.
Listen, go right now. If you don't know who Diggin' Dirt is, just pause the episode. And then what you're going to do is go to YouTube and look up Diggin' Dirt. And then come back and be amazed, because I know I was.
Can we just say a special shout out and thank you so much to Jason and Audrey for hooking us up with the tunes of Diggin' Dirt.
Yeah.
So they brought the Diggin' Dirt vibes.
We got addicted so quickly on this one that we immediately were like, it was what, a month from the time we heard them, got into them, and reached out to them to get them on the show.
We were partying here at home, and it was towards the end of the night, and we were all a lot high and tired. And Jason and Audrey were like, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. And they were like, well, before you guys go to bed, we're going to put on one more song. And 3 hours later, we were still dancing to Diggin' Dirt in the living room. So if you guys, for those of you that don't know who they are, go check it out. Because
if you don't want the party to stop, put on Diggin' Dirt.
Yeah, man.
That's true.
And
that's true.
For real. You know, like in the middle of anything, if you slap Diggin' Dirt on, I do it with Mel every once in a while. Like she'll come home, just kind of like, how was your day, Mel? Oh, it's kind of fun. Then I slid wait a minute and then slowly put on Diggin' Dirt out on the pad in the back, and then it's like, oh,
Smel's shaking.
Oh,
I just need a reason to funk. That's all. I really do. Just give me a reason, and I will.
Something that I don't talk about very much on the show is we have a playlist on Spotify. No Simple Road has a No Simple Road Family Music playlist. So if you go there on Spotify and search No Simple Road Family Music, sign up, subscribe to the playlist. I'm always updating it, taking stuff off and putting stuff on. The reason I mention it is because we have it set in our Sonos in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
And in the morning, I have Diggin Dirt on the playlist. And in the morning, when I'm making my coffee, never fails. If Diggin Dirt is on in the morning, I find myself like shaking and grooving and boogie. I'm like, damn, this is fucking great music for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And also great for the dispensary.
Oh yeah, I play it all ever since learning of this. I bring it up in the interview. Everybody's hooked on it. I love that when I play something, and then all the bud tenders are it works. I'll come in the morning because I'm usually later than everybody, and I come in and that's playing. Everybody's smiling, dancing. Everybody's in a good mood. Customers are coming in, grooving.
It's nice in the morning because when I used to work there to have good music and start bringing the cannabis products out and putting the displays up, and it's kind of like a little meditation. You have like this
medicine.
fun time. You're bringing out the medicine for the people and making it nice
good
and
medicine.
Yeah, and making sure things aren't expired and just looking and making sure things are nice for the customers. And with good music, it doesn't go any smoother.
So it stimulates. Gets the blood flowing.
Makes it fun.
If you already knew who they are, you can't play this game. But if you don't know who they are, I have a game for you. Don't go search them on YouTube. Go on whatever streaming platform that you listen to music on and just listen to it. And you're going to get a picture in your head of what they all look like, what you think. And then go to YouTube and take a look at who you're listening to. Yeah. And your mind's going to go kaplow, boom.
They're making
awesome.
some unique sounds.
Yeah, man.
That's for sure.
And just, hey, Diggin Dirt guys, just want to say, offer is still 100% open for you to come play our basement.
Oh my gosh.
We'll move all the furniture out of down there. And we're ready.
It so much.
We have things to talk to you about.
Home cooking, all the cannabis you want, a comfy place to stay, that we'll talk.
But you know what, man, before we get to the interview, let's do the No Simple Road thing.
What's the No Simple Road thing, babe?
I don't know. Talk.
Oh, see how
how's your week?
About stuff.
How's everybody doing this week?
How are you? How you doing, Mel? That was a big sigh. That was a full 3-second sigh.
Okay, I think Mel's going first.
It's so weird because of my personal schedule at work. Like, I have 4 days on, 2 days on, right? Like 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 2 days off, right?
I don't know. Math.
I work 2 days, and then I'm off 2 days, and then I work 2 days, and then I'm off 1 day.
Okay.
So I have this split schedule, and so this is like the end and the beginning of the week for me.
Okay.
So Sunday's kind of this weird day, but the end of my week, or I should say the past week, was great. I got a bonus at work.
Because you deserved it.
That I didn't expect. And that was super sweet and cool because to read back everything that all of the, managers think of you and, that they all had this in common, that they thought to give me this.
You bring positive energy, a fantastic customer experience. You go the extra mile with every customer. Integrity is your number one asset. This is what was said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like all these bullet points. There was a lot of them, you guys. And it's
why you that kid that gets straight A's and everybody. Why you so good?
No way. I got to add because that's the first I heard. Now, and not that there is anything negative about Mel, but it's because they always do that with a review. Like there could be 50 good. Was there anything that needed improvement?
I even asked. I said,
okay.
I asked, and I said, so what can I do to improve? And then I said what one of the managers told me last time that I could do. And so even though that was an excellent review also, but going forward, he was like, well, you could help others be better. And so that was really cool.
There you go.
That was, your cup runneth over, then, and
then fill up some other cups.
Yeah.
Reach out your hand.
Yeah.
If your cup be empty.
yeah.
You make the other people look bad. Teach them how to be like you.
Shit.
No.
Give me two
Awesome.
shoes.
No, I love people. I love people that don't work as fast as me. I love people that work twice as fast as me. I love people.
You just love people.
I do love people.
You're a people.
I do. I love people so much, and especially when I work one-on-one, it's not about like calling anybody out or trying to perform better. It's like, this is our space, and I want all of our space to be cool while we're here.
That's rad.
Congratulations,
babe.
Thanks.
That's
Yeah, so I was super excited for that.
That was your whole week being excited.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was like a highlight of the week. And then we went and got pizza the other night, and it was so cool to go pick up our pizza, and people were out, and they had these cute little like half tent things.
No, they were tents.
They were tents, but there was also like the mesh. It was like a half tent over the full tent, like a nestled in.
So it was like at a festival, like the 10 by 10 at a festival. It was like a 5 by 5, like that, with a tent, a camping tent on the inside with the front of the tent open. And then they had 2 chairs and a table, and it's a wine bar. Mm-hmm. And you could sit outside
with a
inside a
candle
little tent.
In the middle of the table.
Rad.
And so what I meant by all of that was that it was like alive, and it felt
energetically alive. Yeah.
The streets felt alive again, and it was like it just felt good. So that lifted my spirits, as far as like,
things.
Yeah, things that are going on.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
And everybody's feeling them differently, because there's
a lot of ways to feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to feel. So that was something that lifted my spirits,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Apple, how about you, man?
I had a good week. I can't. No, I'm trying to think
remember
back.
my week.
Well, there was no like highlight or anything. I think the highlight was it wasn't one of those weeks I've gotten used to of like like Monday's bad, Tuesday's good, Wednesday. It was a good week.
Oh, that's right.
All the way through.
Like good all the way through.
You did have high energy when you came home.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah.
It's a crapshoot with you when you come home from work. Who we're gonna get?
Well, like that. And this week, I'm always busy, and I've learned. We've talked about that over the last month or so. I was having a really hard time at moments, and I've learned how to let the little things go, and just kind of go where the day takes you, instead of trying to control it. When you're trying to control things and get angsty about stuff, then you're gonna lose.
You're going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, so I kind of learning, and through 2020, and like this week was one of those ones where I rode the wave. I felt like a surfer, just like not doing any tricks or anything, not getting smart ass or anything.
Being cute.
Yeah, but just rode it like, fuck yeah, this is a good wave. Rode it to the end of the week. We had a great weekend. Had, nice night hanging out with Ryder, like we do sometimes. Drank a couple bottles of wine, just had fun talking. Did a great interview yesterday, which you guys are going to hear
day after tomorrow.
And did another great interview today that was just educational and very helpful.
So I don't know if you guys listened last week, but I told you we're going to be bringing you a little bit of a different kind of content over the next couple of months. All the musical guests are still coming on, don't worry. But we're adding some stuff to help us all through the times that we're in.
A little spice, if you will.
Yeah. We're changing the sauce. And we're
adding to it.
I just know that I was having a hard time, and currently still there. And I know if I am, you guys are, because we're all connected. And so I was telling these guys, like, I need to start reaching out to people that are smarter than me, because if I don't know what to do, I can't help you guys. And then this whole machine thing, connectivity, breaks down. And so I've started reaching out to people that inspire me in a non-musical way. to give us all a little bit of food for thought and a different perspective and ways to see things. And what you're going to have midweek this week is really, really special, man.
Wow.
I'm not going to blow it, but yeah, it's part of the Northwest String Summit family, and they're doing something really awesome. So stay tuned for that, you guys. It's going to be rad. But yeah, I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of light and some food, other than what we've been bringing. And boy, is it coming. I mean, I said it, and then all of a sudden we started getting these people reaching out to us that were exactly what I had in mind. So fucking weird and cool. But as far as the week goes, I was just telling Mel before we started recording, like, I realized something about myself this week that I never really like fully recognized or gave voice to. I think I like, this is going to sound weird, but like, do you guys have those thoughts that like you don't even like to think to yourself?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, whether it be towards yourself or other
like,
people
like
or
try
whatever.
and think it fast.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
You know what I
100%
mean? Like,
know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anxiety.
We'll just leave those. We'll
Yeah.
collectively leave those in
we
there.
won't go into
Just
that
think it
right now.
But like anxiety is one of those things that for me, I never fully realized that it was a thing for me. I've experienced like a panic attack in the past several times, but I wouldn't have said I am a person with anxiety.
Yeah.
And I realized
And
that
maybe you weren't back then.
maybe not, but I realized that I have been. And,
That's good just to vocalize that. Like
Yes.
you
well,
say.
and it was a trip because it's a physical feeling, like right below my rib cage, in my solar plexus area, and
what does it feel like?
it's just uncomfortable. Like I could feel it right now.
Does it feel hard or
No,
like soft
it's I can't talk about it like that. I don't know,
okay.
but it's just uncomfortable.
Okay.
And it's always there. And I was here the other day by myself, and I was thinking like, oh shit, that's anxiety. That's what that is. And I just thought that was normal. And then I was thinking like, wow, I wonder what it would be like to not have that feeling.
Yeah.
Like how, so, and then I was like, I'm taking you guys on my thought journey. Like, I wonder what it would be like to not have that. And then I thought, well, I thought it there, right?
Yeah.
So if I thought it there, I can probably unthink it there, right? And so I started like breathing through my nose and like breathing down into it, and it started going away. And I was like, okay, you're imagining that you're doing that. Like not letting myself.
You immediately you start to do
you're
it,
full
and
of
then you're
shit.
like, no.
Not acknowledging that you could take it away.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, no, you're gonna do this for a minute.
That's like change and like fear of change, kind of like I'm doing it, I'm changing it, and then that part of you comes in. It's like no,
You're not good enough. That's not a thing. You're
Go back to that anxiety.
Yeah, and so I like had a few minutes of like not having that feeling, and it felt fucking great of like, oh, you know what I mean? And I realized like I operate in that space so fucking much. And I've managed to make it an asset.
How so?
Because it makes me do stuff. Like to get it over with or get it into whatever the thing
it's like
is.
your catalyst.
Yeah, like or get to it so that I can make that feeling stop, but it doesn't ever stop.
No, so that you can focus on something other than that feeling in that moment.
Right, like a great
But
example.
so you're going to have to deal with it or face it at some point.
Right. So a great example of using that
Yeah.
is doing interviews. So I don't care who we're talking to.
Yeah.
There's always 5 or 10 minutes before the conversation starts, that thing is like at 11. And I've, over the course of 3 years of doing No Simple Road, I've learned to like not let it show outwardly as much, but it's still happening in here. And like my weird thinking was like, well, if it's not showing outside, then it's not happening inside. Right? But if I'm being honest with myself, it is happening inside, just because it's not manifesting outwardly as me being bitchy or weird energy wise to you guys, or, you know, it's still happening in here.
That can be more dangerous.
And so like, I want to get to the call or get to the interview so that we could start so that it can stop.
Well, that does manifest outside. Like, it explains a certain set of way you do things to me by you saying that.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Just like there's this forward motion always, like about the next occasion or the next thing, you know, where in the actual moment, sometimes I don't know.
Well,
I'm trying to collect my thought about it, but like
that makes sense.
You know what I
get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think they will.
Well, yeah, because we're talking about. I'm sorry about you guys, but the podcast is what I'm familiar with, and this is how I can be more like personal.
We're talking to the video screen.
Yeah, I'm talking off right now to the audio. But like, you know, in Aaron and I's relationship, you know, the more you learn about yourself, the more you learn about your partner, I feel, because you understand what idiosyncrasies bother you. And then you're like, oh, that's me. That's not him. Mm-hmm. But it makes me realize certain behaviors also, you know, like I start to dissect everything. That's just kind of the brain I have. But that in particular, the rush to get to the thing is definitely something that manifests outwardly as sporadic energy. I'll just say that.
And kind of being exasperated, that helps me understand, because I pointed out to you, which I know we don't like to have things pointed out sometimes, but you do that a lot, knowing you have that anxiety and stuff, because you do that a lot when there's nothing. You'd just be like, like almost like frustration, or like, because that makes me think, are you pissed at me or something? Or you're like, no, and you're always like, you don't even realize it sometimes. You're like, what? And it's like, well, you're just like,
sighing, like
and
this sigh of relief, or the sigh of like, it's strong. We'll call it that. It's a strong expression of air.
Yes.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, because I know how it feels.
Yeah. So it's like you letting that anxiety breathe.
So it seems
like pressure relief.
Yeah, it seems like it's at us. And a lot of times, like we don't get mad. Like Aaron and we don't really get mad at each other about stuff like that. That used to really piss me off. I was like, what's your problem? You know? And he's like, what? And I'm like, why are you friggin' giving me an attitude like that?
Why are you breathing at me?
Yeah. But it makes sense, you know, like
it does.
It explains a lot of the things that I thought were irreparable, or some kind of fault, or some kind of thing I needed to get over, or I was sensitive about, whatever it was.
Well, it's probably still that.
Well, whatever. It just, at least calling it a name and acknowledging it
helps navigate Aaron a little bit, because I was still, I did it this morning, and I come out and sit down to have coffee with him. You'd already been out there for a little bit. As soon as I sit down, he goes, especially coming from somebody that's like a dad and a grandpa and everything. That's that thing like parents would do when you'd walk in the room, they were pissed at you.
Yeah,
they knew they
like
had to talk
down.
to you about. So, do like the oh, here he is, type thing.
Yes,
and it's a wow,
yes.
and it makes you immediately like, oh fuck.
Yes, and Simon
When he didn't
feels
do
it
anything,
too.
you felt like you did
Simon,
something.
Simon says that he's like, you know how Dad is, and he like because he feels like that's what Dad's gonna get pissed if he says something, and so that equivalent of a sigh is that's how he feels.
Wow. When was the last time you saw me pissed? Okay,
Actually,
2 days ago.
I was gonna say this morning when we went to the grocery store.
Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Okay. No, man.
Well, like piss directed at one of us. It's been a while.
Yeah, man.
But piss in general.
Grocery store
daily.
freaked me out today, man. People,
It was weird.
It
We
was
forgot
weird.
it. Me and Aaron went to Safeway.
We went to the
this
wrong
morning.
store.
Well, it wasn't the wrong store. We forgot today until we got there and walked in that today's Super Bowl Sunday, and there was all the aisles were lines going down the aisle. That makes it hard to shop when there's a line going down the middle of the fucking aisle. And people don't want to give ground to move out of the way because they think you're going to cut them or something.
Yeah.
Or
and they're scared. They're trying to keep 6 feet.
Yeah, it was very. Yeah, that was.
Dude,
we wanted. It was
That's-
like we were going to do a couple other errands. As soon as we were done with the grocery store, it's like let's just go home.
I said to Apple, I was like, I've had enough out today. I want to go home now. I told him on the way home, I was like, dude, everything. Imagine how people would be if there wasn't enough food on the shelves. They're fucking acting like that when the store is packed with food. Can you imagine? It's people be shivving each other over a can of tuna. It'd be nuts. Anyway,
it would be nuts.
back to what we were talking about. Sorry, we got off on a rabbit trail.
That happens.
Yeah, so that's a thing, and I've been working over the past week to like be more conscious of it and notice when it's there, and then try to not have it be there. You know what I mean?
Well, that's great, but that's just one method. Like I think that's just one note like of this thing, you know.
Well,
and I'm proud of you, and I'm glad that you said something.
yeah.
I really
that
am.
saying it is just a big
Yeah, it is a relief. I feel like I can do one of your sighs now.
Yeah. Yes. That's everybody. It's like breath work. Everybody sigh.
There you go.
That's how this started. Remember, I was like the very beginning of this episode. I thought that's how it started with the sigh.
Why were you pissed?
No,
Just kidding. Kidding.
Oh no! Here we go again. No.
Anyway, yeah,
maybe
man.
that's what you needed to say, and that's why you were trying to sigh it out so hard.
Maybe. I don't know.
It was
I mean,
locked
if you
up.
don't know, you don't know, and then when you know, you know. You know.
Yeah,
You know. You know.
When you know, you
It's
know.
the way it is. That's how life is, and truth is always changing. So here we go.
This
Yeah.
is
On the ride.
one of the biggest ages of increase and importance of mental health. And just based on your occupation and what you do for No Simple Road, you definitely could use some support and some special attention in that area. Your brain, your eyes, your head, mental health, any kind of like scalp treatments, all of those kinds of all of that.
Okay. Well, you got any ideas? I'm
I
game.
got them all
Okay.
right here.
I was gonna say it sounds.
I even got
She's got it.
Cool. Well, should we do the business?
We should.
Let's Apple. You got something for
So
us?
did that say that was your week? Was the realization of that?
Yeah,
I just wanted to wrap that up.
Well, okay, wait.
That's good.
Wait.
Hang on. There's more. You brought me back.
Okay.
We did 2 of my favorite interviews that we've done in a
Oh
very
my
long
gosh.
time this week too.
Yes.
We spoke with Arthur Leland from Blue Sky Barn, which is what I was alluding to earlier about Northwest String Summit, and you guys will hear that on Wednesday, I think. And then we also spoke with Gordon White today from
Yes.
Rune Soup, and that one will be coming at a later date for you guys, and I'm really excited for you to hear that. That is some really amazing information for all of you.
A lot of food for
Yep.
thought.
Yeah. And I'm proud of like where we're going.
Yeah.
When a lot of times during the pandemic, I've been like, Jesus, I don't know how we're going to navigate the space as a show. Like, and I've said that, I've told you guys that out there, and
Yeah.
that's not a thing. Like I know our course, but it's the wider scope of it is being revealed at this point, and it's exciting to me. It's cool. It's like, fuck, that's what we get to do. Cool, man. I always wanted to do that. So yeah, we get to do something really rad, and you guys get to be a part of it. And
you guys do get to be a part of it. That's the
fun part. They aren't just a part; they are
you
the
are
part.
The part
yeah,
of it.
you are the part of it. And
that's rad.
If you don't already do it, if you're listening for the first time this week because you're a Diggin Dirt fan, or if you're just listening for the first time this week, subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast platform you listen to us on. That helps the show. Also, reviews. All right.
Oh,
here's
do we
the
have
thing.
A new one?
Yeah, we do.
5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts help everybody find out about the show, and we have a new review.
Here, I did it last time. I could. Mel was like, "We do." Mel's gonna
right,
do it.
Mel's
I
gonna
did
read
the
you guys
last
our
one. We
review.
like taking turns.
All right. This was on Monday. Tune in and join the NSR family. That's sweet already. No Simple Road takes me to that cozy place. Kind of like that feeling when things get a little weird. You throw on a warm hoodie, play your favorite song, and all is well. It is an incredible podcast that will keep you in tune with new tunes. They have done some really amazing interviews with some of my favorite musicians. They have introduced me to lots of new music and artists that have enhanced my life during the great pause.
Yes.
And best of all, they make you feel like you're part of the family. Tune in and join the NSR family. You won't be disappointed. That's so
That could be on our
sweet.
website.
Yeah. Yes. That's like an awesome testimonial.
And we did the one in January.
Who is that?
This is from.
And
Here, maybe
drum roll?
I can't read that.
That's Canis Funk. Yeah, Canis
Okay.
Funk.
Canis Funk.
I know that name from somewhere.
Well, there it is. Thank
Okay,
you, Canis
Canis
Funk,
Funk.
Yes,
Thank
so
you,
much.
Canis Funk.
That's dope.
That was well written, beautiful, mindful
testimonial.
testimonial.
And look, every one of those reviews helps the show.
Yeah.
More than you guys know. So
More than
It's
just making us giddy.
yeah.
It's a technical world now. So, like, for her, she clearly wants
Or
more.
he.
They.
Them.
All right. For Canis Funk, they wanted to spread their like mycelial influence, and so they put on their 5-star, and that is helping to get the word out.
Yeah, man.
That's helping.
And then in a weird way, there's an algorithm out there, and every one of those reviews goes into the algorithm, and then people that have interests like we do, when they go on Apple Podcasts, it will throw our show up for them. So if you haven't left a review, I'm asking you, just take you a minute, go do it. Be super cool of you.
Please.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're
Yep.
putting up video content. This episode that you're going to be listening to right now will be up on our YouTube.
Yeah.
And
We're doing it now.
Go to nosimpleroad.com. Check out the gear tab or the merch tab. I changed it. Check out the merch tab. There's hoodies and shirts. Hoodies like this, like I'm wearing.
Hoodies
like
like
Mel's
mine.
wearing.
I love my hoodie.
Coffee cups and all kinds of stuff that helps support
stickers?
the No Simple Road coffers. And yeah, man. Oh, another thing. No Simple Road is part of Osiris Media. Did you guys know that?
Osiris.
Did you know that? If you
We
didn't
are
know that,
part-
you need to know that. Osiris Media just did something awesome. There's a new show. The Three Fish podcasts have now become one gigantic entity called Undermine. So go check out Undermine. It is freaking amazing. There, the beginning of it is going through the early years of Fish, and it's a fun ride, man. So go check out Undermine. Check out all the other podcasts on Osiris Media. I keep wanting to say the Osiris Podcast Network every time.
Well,
And we don't say that anymore.
No.
We say Osiris Media.
Osiris Media.
And last but not least, we love you guys.
we love each
I
and every
really,
one
really
that
fucking
listens.
appreciate each and every one of you that's listening right now.
Yeah,
man.
and thanks for saying that. We're helping you through this time right now, because it's helping me through
Us.
this time. Yeah, us. I don't want to speak for everybody, but every one of us now that I can.
Oh yeah. Well,
It allows me something to care for and look forward to and learn from and grow from and stretch, like we're really stretching, getting some people on that are mentally intimidating because of their knowledge and their practice. That's really what makes someone intimidating, is when they
knowledge
have what I mean about even knowledge is a practice. Gaining that is research. That is still like you're dedicating to something, and that when somebody does that, it just is, it's powerful. We'll put it that way. It's powerful. So having these powerful interviews such at the beginning of the year, and then putting out this episode with Diggin Dirt, a powerful band. Like
there's a lot of power in Diggin Dirt.
I just feel like there's so much power coming at you.
This is a band that's helped us get through the last since October, since being introduced to them. They are on all the time.
Yep.
I can almost guarantee a great workout every single time I listen to them.
Yeah, man.
So.
And don't let it be lost that we miss you guys too, man.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking the other night, I was super high at Wonder Ballroom. I think we had just left Pigeons and Goose. Yeah. Pigeons and Goose, the last show that we saw at Wonder Ballroom. I was walking.
Goose was amazing.
I was walking out, and I high-fived somebody over my back right shoulder. Like I put my hand back and high-fived somebody. And he was like, I listen to No Simple Road. I think it was No Pants Max, I think is who it was.
Okay.
I miss that. I miss being with you guys out there, man.
Yeah.
And being silly and seeing you at shows and connecting when we're loaded and all the fun shit that we do. I fucking miss you guys, man.
It's like our dance tribe growing
and
every show.
Such a good, that's medicine. Dancing is medicine. Whatever the groove is, and in this case, that digging funky, dirty groove.
Get ready for a big old spoonful of funky medicine.
It just cures the ails of the emotional dross that's been going on for much too long. So we just need a revival, some kind of movement, some kind of shaking.
It's coming.
This is it.
I just got to say one more thing about Diggin Dirt. This is one of those bands that there's not a song that they do that's like the one that's
the booby prize.
sleeper song.
Every single song is like, what the fuck? They're just amazing. So
without further ado, the No Simple Road crew gives you
Diggin Dirt.
Yeah, that's right. superstar. You know, you know, you know, you're a superstar. You know, you know, you know, you're a superstar. You know, you know, you know, you're a superstar. Oh. You don't have to be ashamed of anything you want. No, no, 'cause you're a superstar to me. Take a move, what you got, don't see. You're a superstar. Yeah, let me tell you how I feel. I want you to know that's what you're a superstar. That's what you're. Come on, baby, shine.
Okay. Hold up.
Well, thanks for having us on. You guys are like really excited to,
Thank you.
chat and just hang out.
Heck yeah. Hold on, Aaron.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
Fucking-
Sorry.
I'm fucking around.
He was
Hang on.
messing with
Aaron's
until we
getting
couldn't see you
things-
for a sec. But yeah, like,
Where are you guys geographically? I'm sorry.
We're in Portland.
Oh,
Oh, sweet.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, and that's how. Well, we'll get into it in a minute. Here, are we recording yet? Yeah. Oh, we are recording. All right. Okay. Never, not quite sure when he hit the button. So
Can you see, Mel?
I can see perfect.
you good.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, here we'll start off. We'll introduce ourselves, and then
First of all, who's the dog?
Oh,
We got like three
there's
dogs.
3 dogs.
Okay. All right.
Most people in the band now have a dog, so
This
it's,
is Juno.
yeah, this is Juno.
Oh.
All right. You can't see it, but Darwin's down here laying on the floor. I'm Aaron. What's up, you guys? Good to meet you.
Good to see you, man.
This is Mel. Welcome to the show, you guys. And then we've got Apple over there.
yeah, and then I'm Apple, the third one here, and thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. You have become a new hit in this house.
Yeah, for sure.
We just it's like a month ago. We had some really good friends over that hipped us to you guys. We were having a great party with some sacrament partying.
That's a really short intro to how like okay,
It's a really short intro. I was still talking, sir.
we were fucking super high.
That's well, all
Yeah.
at the end
all
of the
Aaron
night.
here.
Okay.
Okay.
Story starts.
We were super high, and it was towards the end of the night. And our buddy Jason and his wife Audrey were like, "Oh, here, let us put on Diggin Dirt," and we're like, "Who?" So they put that on, and it was getting towards the end of the night. The party continued on for quite a while longer, and that's when we discovered you guys, and we're just fucking blown away. Still are just blown away by what you guys do, the groove and everything. Zach's fucking voice. One question we keep on, it's like, does it hurt to be that groovy? Like all of you? I mean, it's just amazing what we're doing. So there's the gratitude. We love you guys. So this is Diggin Dirt that we have with us. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves and tell us what you do.
Yeah. Start with Joey over there.
Joey. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you could see me, but I'm
Oh,
over
Joey.
What's up, man?
drummer. And yeah, I play drums. My name is Joey.
Hey,
He's the
Joey.
look of the band. Yeah. I'm one of the only ones in the band. You have to have at least one.
Hell yeah.
And I'm Zach. I do the vocals.
What's up, Zach?
Yeah, and this is my dog Quincy Jones right here.
That's
Quincy
it.
Oh my
Jones.
gosh.
Yeah,
Quincy
What's up, Quincy Jones?
Sweet. Oh my gosh.
I'm John. I play the low tones on the bass. Try to hold the rhythm down with
Hell
Joey.
yeah.
I'm Rory. I'm one of the guitarists. The other guitarist couldn't be here today, but
All right.
All right.
I'm somewhere else.
And I'm Aaron. I play tenor saxophone.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Hell
do.
yeah.
And you have a fucking awesome name, by the way. Love it.
Oh gosh.
From one Aaron to another.
No, man. What Apple's telling you guys is true. It was one of those times when, like, you've been tripping all night and it's kind of towards the end of the evening and you're burnt out a little bit and worn out. And we had just gotten a projector that night and it was cold out. So we brought the projector in the house and we had it up on the living room wall. And like he said, our friend was like, I'm going to put on Diggin Dirt. And we were like, all right, whatever, just a couple songs and we're going to bed. And like an hour later, I'm sitting there with the shaker and my buddy's playing guitar to you guys. And it's been nonstop ever since. And so that
and they were actually upset that they're like, we have not told you about
No,
that. Our buddy
I knew
Jason's
about
seen you several times.
They have a part of the story that is they hadn't been introduced, but I'd heard about you guys and been grooving to you periodically because of his wife, Audrey. She told me how amazing you guys were, and it's one of those things where I kept it to myself and forgot to tell you guys.
Thanks, babe.
And just grooving to it. But that night was so special. It was my birthday celebration, and there wasn't a lot to celebrate, lately. And we finally got to get together with a couple friends and let loose, and to have you all be a part of the soundtrack to that night and keep us grooving. And it was just so what we needed, like a good soul cleansing, celebratory, dance your ass off sweat fest.
Thank you so much. Like, we've probably been missing being on the road, and like we felt like that's been lacking, like normally when we're traveling and playing, we see that and we're there with you guys and we're playing, and we've kind of lately been like, man, I hope people are still digging it. Like, I hope people are still listening, and because we've really been missing that aspect. So that's
losing the connection.
Yes.
So that means a lot to us to hear that you guys are, late night partying to it. And
and now it's every.
You're really feeling it,
Yeah,
I'm really feeling it because again, like there was just not a lot that people are getting together for, and so to be able to do it and have you guys and just, oh gosh, Zach, your voice is true, but the band as a whole, like it is so tight and fun to listen to. Just if you're doing nothing, it's appropriate for everything. It's appropriate for everything. Yeah.
That's a trip what you guys are saying about losing connection, because as people that are always at concerts, like we've been feeling like that too, man. Like, is it still there?
Sort of felt like that, that's when you really meet all these new fans and old fans and artists, fellow artists, and all these organizers. And we kind of missed that this year. And we were like, dang, man, I hope everybody's doing good out there still. Like, I hope we all come back together, because we shed a few tears over it this summer,
Hell yeah.
You know what it is like, no matter what you're doing in at that scene, you go to a show or you're playing a show, everybody's getting a release, man. And that's what's
bingo.
I think that's why we feel the same. Is like, I miss the release of singing for people, and people miss the release of dancing to us. And it's like, we're all there creating this moment of release together. And the audience is needed just like the musicians are needed, there's got to be people dancing,
So it's not the same obviously not the same because there's no crowd there in the practice room. But aren't you getting some of that release when you guys are playing just because of the music that you make together?
Yeah,
I personally get the release when we make new music, when we're creating new stuff. But when we're running through our old stuff, that we get, it almost becomes robotic when we're just kind of playing to ourselves and rehearsing our stuff, just
for the sake of staying tight.
Just trying to remember our stuff, and I don't get the same release.
But that's why like getting together and jamming and just like. And that's how most of our songwriting does occur is we'll just get together and just start playing stuff, and we'll kind of find a cool riff. And you know, playing like groove based music, that's kind of where it all starts. You find something, you all look around, everyone's bobbing their head, and they're like, oh, that's a keeper. You know, this is like but yeah, kind of just getting together even in this time and still jamming. And you know, we were just in the studio a little bit ago, which was like super fun, and that's always like, you know, different energy than live shows and stuff, but still like, you know, a great release too, in a way, to get something down. And yeah, so I guess that's kind of been, as musicians this year, maybe the lesson is learning how to, you know, feel completed without the live show.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's
Kind of
our job too. On the other side, is to try to feel complete with recordings or, you know, a visual, you know, rendition of it, instead of like really seeing you sweating and that, you know, the interplay before the song starts and all that stuff. Like that's
there's gotta
that's tear worthy.
Yeah, there's gotta be an end to this though, man. There does.
Yeah.
This shit can't sustain like this. People are too weird. We're too fucked up. Like, there's no way that I'm gonna stay locked in my house. No fucking way. I'm gonna invite you guys to come play our basement before that happens. Like, for real.
All about it.
Dude,
bro. How has it been up in Portland, like with the music scene? Is it getting
nothing?
Well, there's not been nothing. There was like that drive-in show that happened. There was like one.
That was in Washington.
That was two. No, the one that Jason and
that was in Washington. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess there wasn't. I guess there wasn't in here in Washington.
The two things that were gonna go down in Oregon, one of them, somebody on the staff got exposed to COVID, so they had to shut it down. It was like Lost Ox or another band. I think it was Lost Ox. And then we were involved in a thing that was earlier this year, the Shulgin, Hoffman Shulgin wedding. And that the week before was the fires and the windstorm. And so, dude, it was just like getting punched in the nuts all year long. Like,
over and over again, just like
and I was being
we've had smoke too. It's been like one thing after another.
Can we please have like one horseman of the apocalypse?
Thank you, Zach. Appreciate that. Yeah, just a plague.
I know it's 4, but they're supposed to come consecutively. I don't want that.
They all count as one.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So I imagine, like, for you guys, a lot like us, this year was like shaping up to be it for No Simple Road. Like, we were the official podcast of Northwest String Summit. We were going to be the official podcast of Skull and Roses. We were working on being the official podcast of Lock-In. Like, there was all this shit going down.
Wow.
And then nothing. For you guys, was it the same?
Same boat, man.
We were going to go to Alaska and make 20 grand in one weekend.
Hell yeah.
It's supposed to be the biggest year for us on the books ever.
We were going to pay rent.
Burning Man.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Plan B.
So then, okay, fast forward. What have you guys been doing with your time during lockdown, quarantine, craziness?
Every one of us has been working personally, so we have been able to
find other paths, other avenues to make
our personal finances are better, and
okay, congratulations.
I mean, in a funny way, like, I feel like a few of us have kind of seen it as like, okay, maybe this has been a positive thing for personal lives, you know, so we can do some stuff, lay some groundwork, and then, you know, we've been on the road pretty hard for a couple of years, so it was hard
4 years,
you know, achieve some personal goals. So we had some time to do that. Maybe, you know, we got a little more time of that, and then once we're getting back at it, we're like, okay, we had a little breather there, we had a little intermission.
And
so, I mean, searching for the silver lining anyway.
So this is like the pit stop, you know, you're getting the air in your tires, you're getting gassed up. That sounds good.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
I mean,
stability and not touring versus like being slightly broke and disorganized, but touring. I think we would all choose touring.
Touring.
I still wish this never happened, but we got
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You always got to take it as it comes. And
That's right. So out of those 4 years, how many weeks are you really on tour? You say you're on tour for 4 years, but what does that relate to?
I think last year what we accomplished was
maybe 100 shows.
About 100 shows in a year.
So maybe about a third of the year we were on tour.
Yeah.
We generally take a couple months during the winter to
go to Mexico, etc.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, where are you guys at now? You're in Arcata?
Yeah.
Right.
In Humboldt County.
Okay. So yeah, beautiful area.
Humboldt?
Equidistant between Eugene and San Francisco, pretty much, right?
Pretty much.
The Emerald Triangle.
That little pit stop.
Yeah.
That beautiful slice of heaven where all the good art comes from.
Have you guys been down here?
Huh? Oh yeah, I've been down there. It's amazing.
Great weed.
Yeah.
Great weeds, big trees.
Yeah.
It's home.
So Zach, I gotta ask you, man. One of the many things that blew all of us away, obviously, is your voice. And yeah, man, it doesn't seem natural. It looked to me as a fan, it looks otherworldly. It looks like fucking looks like channeling to me. I mean, I was super high, but it looks like channeling.
Well, even since then, though, like that voice coming out of you, I play at work. I manage 2 dispensaries. It's the new soundtrack at our dispensary. We have it on. Customers are asking. People come in crabby. Bud tenders come in crabby. I put you guys on. Everybody's shaking their butt and and just like smiling. And it just blows. I work with a few black people, and they're like, "What is?" First time I put it on, the one girl I work with, lady, she's like, "What is this? Like some early James Brown shit I haven't heard or something? What is this?" And I was like, "Check this out." And then I let it play, and then I pulled up one of the videos. I was like, "You got to see these cats live." Yeah. And when I showed them, she couldn't believe it. She was like, "Oh my god, this is
white boy. Why is he singing?"
Yeah, and it's her new jam for weeks now. She's like, "It's all I listen to."
But Zach, I gotta know, man. Like, how do you figure out you can do that, brother?
Hey, man. Well, first of all, thanks for saying that. You really blessed me there. That was
good.
That was really, I think early on in my musical experience was all about the blues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're listening to cats like Howlin' Wolf and Lightnin' Hopkins, and that's a sort of tone there that I think was adapted later on into funk music. And so I feel like that was my first approach, was learning how to sing the blues.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny. I love the word you used as channeling, because I think the best shows that I've ever played were sort of when I could stop thinking and sort of and stop seeing music as like what I'm doing, but what I'm allowing to happen. Like to observe myself singing and letting the things flow out of me rather than making them happen.
Right.
I think that's how those gigs where I felt super on point, that's what was happening inside. And I love that about music. It's one of the most therapeutic things I've discovered in my life, is just doing without trying. But
subconscious.
Letting it go, man. Like, and that's something I think I've had to take a lot of lessons since I got started, because I started blowing out my voice a lot. And I think I like to sing loud, Right, yeah. I like to mellow out,
Oh, we know.
I can leave that tonight. It's my monitor, but I think it does something for me to be able to scream into a microphone like that, to release what I'm feeling. And
he feels a lot.
Yeah, obviously.
Definitely a prima donna.
This man's got a big heart.
Yeah.
He's got a big heart.
You could feel it, like this. There's certain people that we speak to or groups that we speak to, that you can feel them in the room.
Oh man!
And you guys are one of those things. There's a presence with you guys, and I think that's what struck all of us.
You guys came to the party that night.
Yeah, for sure. And
it wasn't like turning on a song. It was you joined us for the evening, and so
I gotta ask, what did you guys listen to?
we weren't the DJs.
I
so
can remember the first thing
don't-
Jason put on, and then because he put on it was video on the projector. First
Did
thing
he,
was
Jam in the Van. It was the Jam in the Van. Yes.
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's what we started with. So we got the whole visual of you guys packed in the room, and Superstar was first, and I think
how
Milkman.
the fuck do you do that?
And yeah,
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a Jam in the Van is like a really cool thing, you know, like
What? They're awesome.
they're so awesome, and you're in that van and you just feel the epicness of everyone who's been in there, and you smell them, and it's
Yeah.
just like
I'd
great.
I'd watched so many Jam in the Band videos before. You know, I was a huge fan of that thing, and when we had our chance to go on, I couldn't believe it. I was starstruck being in that band. It was hilarious.
It was
Yeah.
really
That's
cool.
how I felt when we had them on the show too.
Yeah.
I was like, I want them on the show. They're so cool. Everything
We
that they're
watch them all
doing
the
is
time.
rad. Like I love, because we have a similar thing that we're doing with our show. We talk about, you know, of course, artists that people know, but we love finding artists that people don't know and exposing the audience to that. And they're like, holy shit, who is that? Like, that's the best thing when you turn on somebody who has no clue about the certain music, and then next thing you know, they're sprung.
Like us with Jason.
Yeah.
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 There's
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's a medium of, you know, we're all kind of connecting each other. That's the industry, you know. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah, there's something deeper going on, though. I mean, like what Zach is talking about, where those moments when you're not trying anymore and the music is coming through the band's not playing, it's happening.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of power in that. And especially with the kind of music that you guys are playing, it's powerful music just by itself. Forget anything spiritual or otherworldly, like it's powerful music. But then you add that into the mix, and it's a whole other thing. And as I was watching you guys that night, the thing that kept going through my head was, Jesus Christ, I wonder if it feels like a huge responsibility to have that much force coming out at people all the time. It's Set Brain.
yeah, that Diggin Dirt is jamming.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yes.
My
yes, they
dogs
are.
is aching.
What you know? What would elevate listening to some Diggin Dirt?
What?
Some Define
Premium cannabis.
Yes.
If you're here in the Portland area, you can go
That's
to the
true.
location in Hillsboro or the one in Forest Grove, and they are going to have pretty much any cannabis product
Any
you
kind.
can imagine. And it's not just going to be like some dime store bullshit cannabis. This is premium cannabis that Apple here does all the research and
do.
purchasing for.
It's so fun.
You have an old stoner picking out weed for you guys.
That looks at so many weeds and then picks the ones that I believe is what we need.
all the different weeds.
One, again, it gets confusing out there. So that's the thing, too. If you come in and see us at either location, our bud tenders, they take their time with customers.
Yes, they do.
Make sure everything is explained. Make sure that we get what you want. We always encourage customers to come back and give us feedback.
Yes.
Because that's how we figure out what exactly is tailored for you. You know, we got your dabbables, your vapables.
Well,
your
my new
topicals.
favorite is the bath salts,
bath
and
salt.
it's not even for me so much as it is for you.
It's
like
a fucking game changer.
Yeah,
man.
that
it's-
has been too.
when you see your spouse have a visceral change,
a transformative bathing
It's-
experience.
it's amazing. So Valentine's Day is coming up. Go to Hillsboro. Go to
You got to agree
Forest
too. I
Grove.
have not seen Aaron that relaxed, and I
Yeah.
can't remember how long. When after he takes a bath, he looks like a little kid,
It's a game changer. So
ooh,
if you've got a tub,
pucker face, ready to go to bed.
Hell yeah.
yeah, if you've got a tub, go grab yourself a few bottles.
And
You're
check
gonna
this
want
out.
it.
If you go to the Hillsboro location Monday through Friday in business hours and you ask for Apple,
Yeah.
he will come out of the back dressed like a magician in a full tuxedo with a top hat,
Oh.
and he pulls a rabbit out of his
I'll have
hat.
to
And
get an
when he
assistant.
pulls the rabbit out of his hat, the rabbit actually picks the correct cannabis product for you.
Hell yeah, I like that.
And if you tell them at either location that you're part of the No Simple Road family, they're going to give you 10% off your purchase and a free t-shirt. So go to either location, tell them you're part of the No Simple Road family, get 10% off.
And I just got to throw one last thing out. If you come in very quickly, we have, this is my favorite strain name in quite a while. We have Banana Moon Puppies in pre-rolls right now.
Come on,
Just
man.
these names.
You need to stop
Gotta
it with
love
the
it.
names.
That sounds.
So, yeah, come visit us, either location. Make sure you mention you are a listener each time. You'll get 10% each time. Free t-shirt the first
Free
time.
t-shirt.
Continue to come back. We will get you dialed in.
And then after you go and you come home with your cannabis product, you do whatever you're going to do with it. And you're going to go online. You're going to go to @ShopTourBus on Instagram
That's
or
right.
ShopTourBus.com online. And you're going to pick yourself out a new hoodie or a new t-shirt or a sticker pack.
That's right.
And you're going to get yourself something fresh. Because you know what? We've all been through a lot in 2020.
Yes, we
And
have.
2020 is
We
over.
really
It's
have.
a new year. We're all the way already in February of 2021.
Yep.
All that old shit that you had laying around the house, that can just go. You need to get yourself some new
gear.
threads.
Yeah.
And this is the internet's finest Grateful Dead inspired merchandise. These designs are second to none, and they're going to come to you in a hand-designed box with a one-of-a-kind Grateful Dead lyric on the inside. They're going to be tied up all fancy and special.
Cute.
They're going to have some little extra Grateful Dead lovable merchandise on the
Memorabilia
inside of there.
sorts.
And lucky people are going to get Miracle cassette bootleg Grateful Dead tapes in their boxes. You may be one of those people that gets one of those lovely, wonderful pieces of Grateful Dead
Little piece
history.
of magic.
And you're getting free shipping because you're part of the No Simple Road family. Put in the promo code No Simple Road when you check out, and you're going to get free shipping. So go over to shoptourbus.com online or @ShopTourBus on Instagram and get more than you bargained for. And then we're going to get back to Diggin
Back
Dirt.
to the show.
Are you ready?
I think the lights are going down.
I'm
I
ready.
think it's about to get funky up
Thanks
in
for the
here
water,
again.
Mel. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
totally.
say so, yeah.
Zach coined a line that he'd learned ages ago to us a while back that I think we all took to heart, really. And it's like, if you want the audience to bleed, you got to hemorrhage.
Yeah.
Like, we took on a huge responsibility. That was probably our biggest mode of growth, was turning into these performers. None of us ever thought of ourselves as on stage performers. We just all like to jam together.
We were just playing house parties in Arcata.
but
Oh,
But
shit.
Yeah, there's a huge difference.
where we really evolved was like growing into that on-stage performance, which really connects that further distance to the people out there, you know, like,
Right.
and that's what we grew to love, though. Like, that's why we're hurting this year for sure, is we all like ended up realizing, damn, we really love that experience, you know. And
Wow.
but it's a responsibility for sure.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a lot of times we get hungover for shows and we're like,
yeah.
so once we're hurting or something, but once you start hitting that first chord on the guitar, I feel right back into it, and I feel ready to go, and I'm smiling again, you know.
And too, you know, like as we've been traveling and playing shows and stuff, and you go somewhere and it's somewhere you haven't been before, and there's like, you know, we're not playing like mega crowds, but people show up and they've like heard of you or a friend recommend, you're like, all right, we got a responsibility. We got a duty to the funk.
Yeah.
Like, we got to make it shake.
Duty to
We
the
have to make
booty.
it shake.
You got to make it wiggle, too.
That should be our album. Turn around to these guys and I'll be like, gentlemen, these booties aren't going to shake themselves.
We have a duty to the booty.
Oh my
But
God.
like, I guess, yeah, like you want to like maintain that and keep that going, where people have heard something and you're like, well, man, we got to make that booty shake. We got to make it happen. And whether it's like a Tuesday in a small town in some bar, or whether it's like a festival stage, you gotta bring the heat, you know, and you gotta stand by what you do.
There's a lot of love that comes out of that, man. It's a thing. And you know, there's a lot of great bands out there. There's technically amazing musicians that are just talented as shit, and there's a lot of great shit, but not everything has heart like that. And I think that's what the crowds and us are picking up on with you guys. And what I was wondering is how, like, the metamorphosis of the band, because it started as like a 4-piece, right? Or a 5-piece?
It started like as a 3-piece.
Oh, shit. Really?
We're going to go all the way back. We're going to go really all
Let's
the way
go back.
Go back,
I want to
back.
go back. Let's go.
I mean, from the beginning, Joey and I jammed in high school down in San Diego. And then we both came up to college here in Humboldt County and met our other guitarist, Drew, and started just jamming, the three of us. And then we're like, we're enjoying this. And then we got Aaron, the sax player, on, and we started just kind of building.
Yeah. You ever wonder why the band's super guitar heavy? It's because it started with 2 guitar players.
Hey.
That's why there's guitars like just all over the place.
Go back.
Yeah. The horn players have to fight.
Met John in like my freshman year class. He's like, "Yo, you play bass? We do need a bass player. You want to come jam?" And that was when I was 19 or something. If that.
It's like 10 years ago now.
But it was really it was really once we ended up there with John, the 2 guitarists, me, and a couple other friends. We started playing house parties, and people started asking us, "Oh my God, what are you called?" And we're like, "Oh my God, we don't know what we're called." And
you have to come up with a name so they could put something on the flyer.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we're all working on farms and doing all sorts of different stuff with agriculture and
Humboldt County life.
Right.
Humboldt life. So Diggin Dirt, and it's stuck, alliterative, and then we some people traveled, and we kind of went through all these different phases, and it was really kind of as soon as we got Zach in on it, and we put the horns together, and that was about 4 years ago now. And the first show that we played as a group really was our first album full season, literally in that order. That was our set list, and we were just that's our first out, that's the order, that's it. And we got a really good response, and it kind of was just winning the sales, and it really kept going from there. And we got to big up Humboldt County too. The music scene here is so supportive. Yep. We've had so many friends literally drive for hours to pack our shows out in other states. And we just have to give so much love to this place because
it's amazing.
It's a great artist community.
We're fortunate.
How are things down there right now as far as playing shows? You guys can't play, right, in California at all, right?
No live outdoor music is allowed.
Not
Not really. No, the county hasn't approved any live outdoor. There's pretty much it's all DJ. You can do a DJ show.
Really,
you can do DJs. They're just distinguishing between people singing. Apparently, Zach projects a ton of COVID all over the room.
Yeah, you're a COVID sprayer.
Probably putting COVID more than anyone.
We should get you to play a gig through a talk box. Maybe we could
Frampton style.
Yeah.
What we need is New Year's Eve in our basement. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Be there, man.
Well, I think we're doing Tahoe.
Oh, right on.
New Year's Eve gig.
Not officially.
This is the
guidelines.
Right here.
Okay, it's the unofficial, official.
Going to be rigorous. You got to fill out a questionnaire. You temperature. You're gonna stand in your little 6-foot
radius
pod.
I think it's a quarter capacity of the room and stuff, but honestly, it sounds pretty good. It sounds like the venue has really good plans for it, and we're gonna be playing a New Year's Eve show, which is
awesome.
Right on.
The way to ring in the new year,
absolutely.
Getting to play.
We've talked to a lot of musicians recently that are just now getting out playing, and that seems to be the model that's happening is the pod thing with a temperature check, and you know what, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's the time. That's it. We're adapting to the times.
Well, then get it turning, and then things will get figured out. Maybe outdoor stuff, and next summer will become more of a But just kind of trying to get our toes in as deep as the water as we can for now, and see what we can do and try to get things rolling.
So you guys just came out with a single,
Satisfaction.
a few days ago. What was the lead up to that? Is there an album behind it, or is there something else in the works?
Oh man,
we don't have an album's worth of music ready.
We got an EP's worth right now.
Yeah, we're thinking more along the lines of a 45 coming up. We've got some songs, but not like an album's worth of songs. We're almost caught up on recording our material. So but yeah, we see Satisfaction. It's funny because we started writing that last November, and we went down to Joshua Tree, and we were just like, we needed to write a song. And I was like, it'd be funny is to do a satire of all these greedy fucks that kind of make choices for our lives and simultaneously take all of our money, and so I just couldn't be more happy with the timing of this release.
So sweet.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that we don't have to sing that, like play that song anymore as like a call to arms, but more now as a reflection of what the last 4 years have been, and I guess it's still there. It's still there. But
we're still in it,
Yeah,
the
work is not done.
Even with
But yeah, we're super stoked on our new release, and we really took the time to work this one out and like make it right. We really wanted the message to get through, but we wanted to still have it be catchy, Hopefully it achieves that. We're that's up to the listener.
We dig it. That was the other night. I came home. We didn't notice it was out until a couple days after the 30th, and we were all out front. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was going to put you guys on. In fact, I was going to put one of my favorite songs of your guys' Paycheck. But I love that fucking song. I love the lyrics, everything, and just gotta get a paycheck. And I was gonna put that on, and then I was like, "Holy shit, they got something new!" So we were all out grooving in the driveway, dancing our asses off to that the other night. You guys just did. You keep on impressing with everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Music video.
Yeah, we're working on a music video for that shit.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
It's going to be so
Our first
silly,
music
man.
video.
Good. We need more silly shit, man.
What's the premise behind the video?
The premise?
Well, basically, like, the idea is that I'm like a corporate overlord politician guy.
Yeah, you're all dressed in like a presidential
Yeah, I'm
suit
like,
with a
I got my top hat
Got
on.
a big cigar.
We have
I'm
like
Mr. Monopoly.
$600 at once.
Yes.
And the band is like all these tiny little peasant folk, and they're playing, and I'm like, the idea is that I come in and like lord over them and screw with their lives.
Which is kind of similar to the band dynamic anyway.
One of the funnest things in the music video though is we got like a bunch of $1 bills as just like a joke to make it look like it was a lot, but it really wasn't that much. And we just for the music video we just throwing $1 bills all over Zach and then Aaron during his solo, and it was
we had too much fun making that.
Oh yeah.
So I want to go back to something that you guys brought up a minute ago, and you were talking about just playing house shows and going from house shows to becoming performers, and like figuring the moments that you figure out, oh shit, like we're doing this thing. Because
what is a city without its music?
The legacy of the New York Philharmonic is incredible.
Nearly 2 centuries of history. That's a lot of music and a lot of stories.
I was sitting on stage for the very first time thinking, I can't quite believe this is happening.
Join me, Jamie Bernstein, as we explore the history of the New York Philharmonic. It's the NY Phil story made in New York, a podcast about a city, its people, and their orchestra. Listen wherever you get podcasts.
believe it or not, doing a podcast is a little similar to having a band. Like we have kind of similar paths and whatever, but we've had that like, wow, this isn't a hobby anymore.
Yeah.
This isn't fucking, we're not fucking around. And I remember sitting on the porch 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. And like, I had realized for myself, like, I want this to be what I do. I found my thing, found my special purpose. And, I'm sitting there with these guys and like, I was all nervous. Like, I'm going to tell them that I want to do No Simple Road full time. Like my heart's like pounding. And I'm like, look, you guys, I really love doing this thing. And I want to make this my job. And I want it to support all of us, and I want it to buy us land, and I want you guys in on it. And I just remember the feeling of that. And then like having us all together on it leveled the whole thing up. Has there been something like that with you guys where there's been discussion, or was it just like a realization over time and then you're just in it doing it?
There's been multiple times where we're like, hey guys, let's all sit down. Like, I think we all need to just talk about it and see how our feelings are.
Right. But it was
multiple times like that.
Yeah, I think it's like what you're saying, though. It's almost being asked of you, right? Because you've grown into this thing. And we're all kind of like realizing, like, oh my gosh, this isn't our hobby, like you said. Like, whoa, people are really into this.
Yeah, it kind of becomes a little bigger than yourself. And as soon as people start saying, like, to bring it back to what we kind of first started talking about, was like that relationship with people and with people who like your music and love your music. And once people start coming to you and being like, thank you so much for playing, like, your music means so much. You start to kind of get this push and this win in your sales where you're like, man, like,
this is special.
It's awesome for us, but this has really become like sacred to other people too. And to stop you'd almost have to apologize or something.
Aaron was just, he was just saying that the other day.
I just fucking said that. I just said that 2 nights ago.
So it's like, I guess, that goes back to the relationship aspect, is like, it grows and it pushes you, and then you push and it grows. And that's kind of like one of the beautiful things about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the more opportunities of it, it's kind of this always unfolding thing. It like unfolds in front of you, and you just can't stop. I don't know if you start getting more in love with it, or if you in a way get addicted to the shows and the life and
it really
the
happened.
music. And
it really happened very in small increments. You know, like I think there was a local festival that we got asked to play, and we were right after like some, it was like some dad band, like some cover band, it was like, and there was nobody outside in this little grassy knoll area. Everybody was at the DJ tent getting their faces melted, and we started playing, and I remember just like, okay, no one's here, I'm just gonna like kind of close my eyes and have a good time with this. And then I think something happened where everybody started coming over to us.
Yeah, they heard you.
And this particular night, I remember looking up into this crowd, and I was like, oh shit. Because it was like, I always wonder if they had like turned the DJs down and turned us up, or what happened. But eventually it got throughout our set, everybody at this local fest was finally at our show, at our performance. And I was just like, oh God, look away, Zach, look away. It's like, and so that was right before Halloween. We played a local venue, the Jambalaya, nothing huge. Shortly after, it sold out. And we were like, oh, okay, why don't we do this a few more times? And then after that, it's like, okay, maybe we can find a bigger venue. That venue sold out, and it was just like, it slowly happened like this thing where one decision at a time, we were like, okay, maybe we could do a little more, until it was like, hey, maybe we could go on a tour.
I guess, there's like all these layers of packs. Like we made an agreement amongst ourselves, and then we started playing, and then we got a response from people, and that pushed us. And then we got a booking guy, Matt Moss, who lives up in Portland. He's done us really good. And, all of a sudden you tell a booking guy to go for it, and you get a 25, tour lineup in a month. And you're like, I guess we're doing it. Like,
you got to tell him to calm down a little bit.
I think we were continually surprised, though. Like, we always kept going like, oh, shoot, like, okay, we got to do this, because it felt like it was being asked of us over and over. Like,
yeah, it's been super organic, though. And that's kind of been the really fun part, is like, just started as like a friendship that turned into music, that turned into all the places we've been and all those shows we played and stuff,
But that's key to why we're still doing it, is that it started as just a friendship, just people that wanted to be hanging together in the first place. That's the only way we're still doing it.
Drinking beers and making fun of each other.
Totally. That's dude, me and Apple have been buddies since I was 12. I'm 48.
Awesome.
He's
51. So me
and Mel have been married for 23 years.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
We live together. We live together up here, and it's family. And we were sitting around talking anyway about music. all the time. So, and my son was like, you guys always talk about this music that you love. Here, I bought you a microphone for Father's Day. Well, you guys should start a podcast.
Awesome.
That's a great.
Yeah. And,
okay, so this one time we were driving up to Oregon and we were in 2 cars and we had a contest between the 2 cars who could make a better podcast. And we recorded ourselves on our iPhones in each vehicle for like 20 minutes and it was garbage. We're musicians, we're not podcasters, you know. Like,
no one's gonna want to hear this.
But I'll tell you something, man.
I love that story.
We had fun.
That thing about fucking that moment of like, oh shit, we're doing, like, you talk to the booking guy and now you got 25 fucking shows. Like, I started out, I interviewed him, I interviewed her, like, I'm gonna interview the dog. I don't know what I'm doing, right? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Oteil Burbage from Dead and Company and see if he'll come on the show. And I'm like, I'm some hippie in Portland, like, and I hit him up on Instagram, and in like 5 minutes, he's like, yeah, here's my number. And I'm like, oh shit, now I got to do this.
That changed.
Yeah.
A lot.
So like, I know what you're talking about, that feeling of like, I guess they call it imposter syndrome is what that's really called. And like, oh shit, now I got to fucking do this and not knowing what we're doing and
am I good enough at it?
Yeah.
Something that's been really cool, I think, for all of us. I mean, we are wee little fish in the pond, and like we've gotten to meet some people that we've like looked up to literally our whole musical lives.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach.
So kind. Everyone's been like, these people you've been listening to since you're like a teenager. You're like, hi, I play music. And they're like, cool, man. Like, tell me about it. And that's something that's so cool, I think, about the music industry, and especially like the jam and funk scene, is people are so warm and welcoming and just open to like have a conversation and oh, like, listen, we'll check your music out, you know, and you actually hear back from them. They're like, great, guys, you know, and that's been something I'll say that's pushed us too, is like to kind of like rub shoulders with certain people that you never ever thought you would. And they're just like, hey, man.
So who are some of those people?
Oh, we opened for Galactic at High Sierra, and that was we all thought we'd pinch each other, really.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was so sweating. I was like talking to him. I was like,
we went down to LA and recorded with Sergio from Oregon.
Yeah,
and that was
wow.
That was insane in itself.
Yeah, we spent 4 days in his little apartment studio. We're right there with
Callahan Studios, where they recorded all their legendary albums.
These are bands that we look up to these bands big time. Unreal.
Yeah, and to just like feel that love directly from them, and it really. I mean, we have like these close families, like you guys are just saying yourselves, and you know, each band feels like a family. But then you do kind of tap into this larger community, this mega family, and you're brought in so quickly and warmly. And I guess that's been like a really encouraging push for us too, and our music, not our podcasting.
Well, it's a trip because that family that you're talking about,
family recognizes family.
It responds to that energy that brought us into loving you guys. It does. It responds to that thing, and it regulates too. Because I've been around this since the 80s. This thing, and I've seen people get, shoved to the side, and the heart,
love, you know,
the heart is there, and that's the thing.
That's what I was gonna say. If you would have said this like in another time, the record industry, that right there is like a sleazy, no good contracts, all that. But you're saying it from a completely different perspective, which is so great to hear, because that means like it's just growing out of that old kind of way of thinking, and you guys are just creating something beautiful, which is more like not just people who love your music, but family. And they love your music and support you.
Yeah.
And that's where the push comes from.
That way, man.
Oh, we'd be hanging out with each other with or without the music.
Yeah,
we would still be.
That's why we're
Aaron's house making nachos.
Yeah.
The nachos ready?
Nachos here.
Dang.
We could pass them through the screen here. And it's nachos.
So
it's just
What about the love, man? Big time.
Yeah.
What do we do with the future, you guys? What do we do now. Like,
Well, I think whenever this thing is over, we're gonna have like a roaring 20s moment. We're gonna be drinking everything. Everyone's gonna be screwing each other. Like, it's gonna be. We're gonna have another baby boom.
For sure.
And I can't wait to lay the soundtrack for those great moments, because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, we have this new appreciation of being able to hang out freely." And I there are pessimists and there are optimists right now, but I do think that there will come a time when we don't have to worry as much. And
I second that.
I third that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to gather again one day. We can't do this forever. And
Bill Gates vaccine.
We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna pass, just like it did in 1918. Like it took some people, it took them another 3 years to be comfortable with gathering again back in those days. But then again, we didn't have as many vaccines, and half of us thought it was Satan that was sending us.
Right. Yeah. It's a little different.
So I think we're gonna have this moment where we all get to do it again.
Yeah.
And man, is that gonna feel good?
I
think about what that's gonna feel like all the time.
It's gonna be brand new.
I'm probably just gonna cry on stage.
You're already do that.
Yeah, and then orgasm simultaneously.
Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
That would be a great response.
I think it's like,
Mel's like, yeah.
That's all I can say is nod my head.
Show.
It's like a chance for like a phoenix moment, though, where we sort of like rise from these seeming ashes around us.
Yes.
Nachos.
Okay, rise from the phoenix. You guys, thanks so much for your time. We don't want to interrupt nacho time.
I got to say one more thing before we go.
Nacho time.
Nacho time.
One last thing. So, what you guys do is magic, and as the larger family, the thing that binds us together is love, and that's magic, right? Yeah. And what we do as a group is manifest shit into reality, right? You guys manifest music and dancing and sweaty people, and we manifest conversation and connection with artists and all this stuff, right? Exactly what you just said, Zach. Keep that in your minds, you guys, because we are creating reality. Yeah. And if enough of us are thinking about a future that doesn't contain all the shit that's happening right now, the faster it's going to come.
Manifest that shit.
So let's work together to manifest that and make it happen quicker.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
I'm with you guys. We are with you guys.
We stand with you.
I just want to thank you guys so much. I'm glad that we bumped this to get Maury. We were at breakfast this morning. It's like they want to know if we could bump the time, and it's like we're very open to that.
Yeah, we're at home. What do we? No,
we can get more of us together. I was joking around. I was like, no, tell me we'll do it in 10 minutes, just one of them. How about 2:00 and 3 of them? Yeah, so I'm glad we were able to say hi to to the other guys. To was it Tyler? Is that the baritone?
Tyler's baritone. Drew the guitar player.
Amazing.
Tyler and Drew, shout out.
We can't be more appreciative of you becoming in this last month part of the soundtrack to our lives now, and look forward to keep those recipes coming, like California groove gumbo. I love that shit, dude. Oh my God.
And I'm not joking. I want you to play our basement. So let's work on it.
Dude.
All right. Oh, you guys.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Talk to you
Enjoy
later.
your nachos.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. See it more later.
Peace.
How do you stop this thing?
It's not over till it's over.
There.
Hey, Mom.
We love you.
All that you see talks to me and a few good friends of mine. Yeah, I'll give you what you need, but you got to put your name on my dotted line. I'm gonna start a war and send the young to go and fight it far away. But when I hit that party line, I'm gonna get up and grin and say everything's fine. Tomorrow I'll play the back nine. That's right. I just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. I'll pull the wool over your eyes. My disguise you'll never see. I can liberate you, baby, but I'm the only one who's free, and that's fine with me. Give me all of your love. Causing mass misinformation, thing that gets me by. Getting you to hate your brother is just how I get high. Believe I am the people's man, the pillar of our time. Well, the world's on fire, but I get higher, making every dime. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. I'm your senator, your governor. I'm your mayor, sophisticated mother. I'm your president. And I'll see your money spent. You better pay your rent. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Give me all your just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Baby. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Give me all just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Give all your love to me. Just wanna give you satisfaction. Just give me your love. Just give me your love. Just give me your love. Just give me your love.
Well, it's fine. Nobody's ever going to get to see that, but they'll all get to hear it. So that's cool.
Whatever.
No one will get to see that?
No.
Oh, that's not recorded?
No.
That's just for our...
It's recorded for us audio. You know what, man? That's family right there.
Yeah, that's those are some groovy. I mean, that's some groovy cats.
I mean, you didn't already know they were groovy cats. Those are groovy cats.
And look, sometimes you just can't.
Well, you weren't distracted. You were engaged with what was happening. That was
awesome.
Yeah. Diggin Dirt, you guys.
Special people there. Special group of people.
Yeah.
Really.
Their music is just, it's something else. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it.
You know, when there's like, they seem like the same person as a collective. Do you know what I mean by that?
Damn it, that was something I wanted to say to them.
They felt all like the same person in one personality, or like
with different personalities.
Yes.
So they're schizophrenic?
No.
I get what you mean. I'm joking.
Like they were so comfortable. It was like us in the room right now. Like there's no. I can't explain it.
I get it.
Like they said, he said going back to the beginning, that's what makes them so tight and so like that is it started out as a friendship. It started out as friends, just wanting to hang out and bullshit and call each other. He's like, to call each other names. And
maybe it was the nachos and just the leisurely, relaxed drinking cup attitude. It just felt really good to have them in our space and be in their space with them, and felt like it really did feel like family. Like we went to their house and hung out, you know.
I wanted to comment to them that
I just didn't want to leave.
Their conversation was a lot like playing music. When one would finish talking, the other one would pick up where the other one left off, and you would see it seamlessly go around the room. That was really cool to see. You could tell that those guys play a lot of music together.
Play off each other.
Yeah, you could see it. That's a trip. I love doing Zoom now. It's my favorite.
It adds so much more when you're able to see them. And it makes you it makes me sit up straighter, more engaged. You're like present. It's just cool to see the people you're talking to.
Yeah.
Because then you know the same thing. They're not just like laying back eating Cheetos. Like, great. Play music.
I don't think we've had a Cheeto eaten laid back episode yet.
No,
not yet.
No, but there could have been.
We
didn't see them.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Been very fortunate to have some amazing guests that have been giving us some of the best moments of their time.
Mm-hmm. And this did not disappoint. So everybody out there, check it out. Go on Spotify or whatever Apple Music or platform that you listen to music on, and go check out Diggin Dirt and listen to the new single Satisfaction. And what's the one with the mac and cheese, Apple? Which one is that?
Hold on, I had it pulled up here.
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
We'll play it out. How about that? We'll play it out.
Yeah, we'll play it out. You guys will dig it. Full season.
Anyway, go check them out because it's gonna surprise you. And then, but what I want you to do, if you've never heard them before, I want you to listen without video. And then I want you to go to YouTube and subscribe to their channel and watch a couple of videos and watch what these guys do and see who's singing. And your head is going to blow up. So we love you guys. We will be back next week with more stuff and things. And
more funky, groovy, fun.
Hell yeah. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Next year, it's on. That's all I got to say. That's not really all I got to say. Smile at a stranger. Take care of each other. Hydrate. Safety third.
Stay positive.
Feed squirrels. Pet your dog.
Give and get a neck massage.
We love you.
But it's a burden. Family needs has been deferred, and hella means been the earth, and alchemy can bring the birth, the melody of a newborn. So persistent, so resistant, so insistent, so commitment, so resilient, or haven't you learned it? No simple road. dwellers in fear. We've traveled this road before, so we may think, but it's a tad bit of strange similarities that feed an A equal A complex. The fears of your past do not equal the perplexities of the current road.
Hey listeners, I want to tell you about the April-May 2023 issue of Relics magazine. Features a Dave Matthews Band cover story with additional articles and interviews with The National, Graham Nash, Wayne Shorter, ALO, Ivan Neville, our friend Eric Krasno and Stanton Moore, Marty Stewart, and much more. Check out the latest version of Relics and subscribe now at relics.com/DMB. Thanks, Relics.
What's up, everyone? It's Joe, and I'm the host of That's Awesome with Joe, a podcast on the newly formed Sound Talent Media Podcast Network. I talk with tons of your favorite artists, managers, touring personnel, and more. Most of the time we talk about music, but lots of the time we end up talking about something completely unrelated. We laugh a lot. We do a lot of really stupid things, but also some things that are really informative and interesting. Basically, it's a podcast that I think you should listen to. Obviously, I'm biased because it's my podcast, but I think I might be into it if I wasn't the host. Check it out at soundtalentmedia.com.